Well, fuck. It looks like the spoilers that got me really excited about what was going to happen next. It looks like they might not be up to snuff. Now, that's not to say that they're 100% proven as fake. I'm just saying that the next episode, as in episode 95, in the previews, has a different title than the one that we got in the spoilers. You know, these spoilers right here. So, yeah, episode 95 is not called The Trap of the Fourth Universe and blah, blah, blah. So, it's looking like we're not going down that route, but I guess we'll see where this goes. I'm not going to 100% say that's just never going to happen. I'm just going to be a little bit more on the fence from here on out. Okay, Dragon Ball Super. Hold on, I got to get the logo. Dragon Ball Super, episode 94. Okay. This is primarily a roundup episode. There's some interesting moments in it, as in character interactions, and that's the thing that really makes this episode unique, I guess. We get the reunion between Android 18 and 17. We get Krillin interacting with 17. We get Piccolo interacting with 17. We have a really big throwback moment between Master Roshi and Korin that just came out of nowhere, but I loved, and is also maybe hinting about something a little bit darker, revolving around Roshi participating in the Tournament of Power. And we get the devious plot of Universe 4's God of Destruction, Quitela, the little Jerry Simpson mouse, and Sidra, the Universe 9 God of Destruction. Of course, Universe 9 and Universe 4 are twin universes, so the Gods of Destruction know each other, and they were kind of in league with each other. They're basically talking about a way to get Universe 7 to be disqualified before they even get to the World of Void, so the Tournament of Power can begin. This is why I say that the spoilers might not be 100% wrong, because the whole deal with in the spoilers was the fourth universe is going to persuade Frieza to come to their side, and then, oh shit, Universe 7 only has 9 members, they can't participate, or they might get disqualified. From what we can see with the God of Destruction with Universe 4, that is still very much their plan. Universe 9 as well. Sidra goes to meet Ro. You know, Ro is the Supreme Kai from the Universe 9, that snarky fuck. And they agree as well that they want to get Universe 7 disqualified before they even start. So they might still try something to bring Frieza over to their side, or get Frieza to the point where he's not going to participate. Something along those lines. I don't know. But okay, I guess I'll just talk really quick about the roundup. So it seems like we're already setting up a little side adventure for Trunks and Goten and Maron. Maron? Because 17 called her Marin, but then 18's like, it's not Marin, it's Maron, or it's like more pronounced with the 2 syllables. I don't fucking know. Anyway, it seems like we're setting up a side adventure for them, because of course Goten and Trunks go to 17's island. 17 and 18 get a reunion. It's about as awkward as you can fucking imagine, where they're just kind of like, nice to see you. You as well. You're looking good. You're looking good. You know, is that how you greet someone? Is that how you greet someone? And it's just weird, man. It must have been weird, you two growing up as siblings, you know? I guess they were orphans at one point, and then Jiro kidnapped them and converted them into, you know, modified humans, androids, whatever. So, yeah, their childhood must have been very odd, though, if that's the way they, like, talk to each other. Krillin is the spastic guy trying to lighten the mood, like, yeah, it's, hey, you want to come over to our place sometime, 17? No, thank you. Oh, yeah, of course, right, okay. 18's just like, stop trying to be funny, stop trying to force it, it's not gonna happen. The funniest scene is when, Marin talks to 17, because that is her uncle, so she's like, how old are you, Uncle 17? And he's just kind of like this deadpan expression. Of course, 17 is not much to express his emotions. This kind of just normal expression, he's just like, I am 17. And then, like, the music just, everything goes silent. And, like, the waves crash in the background. And Krillin's just like, and 18's just like, and it's like, a few seconds go by before you get, oh, he was telling a joke. You know, okay, fine, whatever. Dry humor, you know. I like I like Bill Murray, you know, the kind of like dry humor kind of guy. I can dig that. Okay, fine. So Krillin, of course, he overplays it a little bit. He's just like, aha, you're so funny, 17. Yuck, yuck, yuck. 18's like, don't force it. I just fucking told you. Well, anyway, Goten and Trunks and Marin decide to stay on the island. They head out. You think that's going to be the end of that. The Tournament of Power is only going to last 48 minutes, so they really only have to watch the island for like 1 hour. Of course, those poachers, man, like I said, they have dedication. Even though they brought an entire fucking army with them, like, the moment you bring an entire army of tanks and laser guns and armed soldiers to try to capture the animals on this island, you think that would be a little bit overkill already. But the moment that that entire platoon just gets wiped out by one person, well, technically two, because Goku was helping him out, but 17 was already wiping the floor with them before that. The second that that happens, I think at that point you should just hang up your hat and say, okay, it's never gonna happen. We're never gonna get this thing. We should just go home and cut our losses. We've already spent like probably millions of zenny trying to just get the damn thing, and people keep fucking dying. I know 17's not killing people, but come on now. Somebody died at that point. Someone got a fucking concussion and died in the midst of all that, okay? Even if that's not the case, you know, how much money these guys are wasting. But no, these poachers are persistent as fuck, man. They got a fucking submarine constantly watching the island, just waiting for 17 to leave. Just like, come on now, come on, when's he gonna leave? You know, like, man, I would have just left, but hey, man, that Minotaur thing must be worth, like, all the money in the world or something, because, damn it, or, I don't know. Anyway, so it seems like, yeah, we're probably going to have in the middle of the Tournament of Power, when all this excitement's going on, we're going to have like a fucking filler episode or two where we see Goten and Trunks trying to fight off the poachers. That's probably going to happen. So just get ready for that. Get ready for whenever the Tournament of Power gets at its most freaking epic. You know, Goku's revealing Super Saiyan White or some shit. You know, all of a sudden we cut to Goten and Trunks screwing around on the island. I guess Super Saiyan White's already been seen because of, when Zamos fused with Black. So I guess Super Saiyan Purple! Okay, then we're gonna cut over to Goten and Trunks, like, fighting. Now, you bad poachers! Whatever. Okay, Roshi and Korin. This was cool, okay? So, Master Roshi, I guess he finished up his training with Poacher. He's resisted the call of the tits. He's managed to restrain himself. He's achieved enlightenment. And now he's finishing up his training on Korin's tower. This is so appropriate because, remember, Korin taught Master Roshi, a lot of the stuff, a lot of his techniques back in Roshi's early days. I'll still remember that big reveal whenever Goku finally got to the top of Korin's tower and he's, trying to capture the sacred water from Korin. Korin tells him, oh, Master Roshi, your master, he tried to get it from me too. And he did manage to get it. And then Goku, little kid Goku, asks him, whoa, Master Roshi, how long did he take to get the sacred water from you, Korin? And Korin just holds up 3 fingers. And then Goku interprets that as like, whoa, just 3 minutes? Korin's like, oh no, dear boy, 3 years. I remember that. I remember that's one of those scenes in Dragon Ball that just like, and then it's like, holy shit, So, Master Roshi's training, he uses that electrical surprise attack he used on Goku. Remember, he used that on Goku during the first Tenkaichi Budokai, and that caused him, while he was being immobilized by electricity, that's when he saw the moon and he went into Ozaru. But he's practicing that technique on Yajirobe, of all people, so that's pretty funny. You always get to see Yajirobe. Yajirobe finally shaved his beard, that little beard goatee thing. I didn't really care for that too much, but no, he's back to the way he looked like in Dragon Ball. And then, after he's done training, he's like, okay, Tournament of Power's about to start. I guess I should head out. And he's about to leave, and Korin just asks him, why did you pick this spot to train here? For your final time, for your final training. Okay. And then Roshi just kind of turns around, and we even get a shot of the sacred water, that little water fountain on Korin's place. We get a shot of that, and Roshi's just, this is the place I trained in my younger days. Which is hundreds of years ago from Roshi's perspective, because he's, really old, because he's basically, well, he drank like the, no, it was the Sacred Phoenix, wasn't it? He had like a bird that allowed him to have immortality. That's why he's like super, super old. He's like several hundred years old. But Roshi's like, I wanted to remember this place one last time for nostalgia. That's why I trained here, for nostalgia's sake. because this is like all those centuries ago I first trained with you, Korin, and I just wanted to remember that. And so it really is the idea that, I mean, it makes sense. Roshi, out of all the people that are participating, Roshi, you know, he can't even fly. And it's even brought up in this episode, he can't fly. You know, so he's at a little bit of a more disadvantage. He's got wisdom on his side. And he's got the Mafuba, which he says is probably going to be useful in this tournament, but he doesn't have all the flashy attacks that all the Z Fighter has. You know, he doesn't have all these crazy, big, high-octane key attacks. He doesn't have that. He's got trickery, and he's got his wisdom. And that's it. That's all he's got. Sorry about that. So he has to understand, he has to realize that there's a good possibility I could die here. You know, because he himself, Master Roshi has not seen, like, he wasn't there during the Zen exhibition match. He doesn't know how strong these warriors are. But he has to understand it. If it's Goku and Vegeta, and it's this universal level, and these are the guys that are competing, there's going to be people that are just going to be simply out of his league in terms of power, and he could easily die. This is why he decided to train to resist his pervertedness, something he's never tried to do before. This is why he went to Korin's to train, as like, I just wanted to look at the old training grounds one more time. Hey, look, I'm just saying that, and Master Roshi, keep in mind, there's a lot of times they'll do this when they're about ready to kill off a character. They'll, you know, this character hasn't been spotlighted for so long, they'll show off this character, and Dragon Ball Super did that last arc during when they were training to fight Black and Zamasu. You had Master Roshi kind of introduced when he was teaching Goku the Mafuba. Even before that, in Resurrection of F and during the Revival of Frieza arc in the anime, you had Roshi for the first time in ever joining the battle. I'm just saying, you brought him back into the fight, you showed him teaching Goku the Mafuba. That was really cool. That threw back a lot of stuff from Dragon Ball. We got to see Roshi train Goku one last time. Then we see him again now in the Tournament of Power, overcoming his blood. I mean, it seems like if they were going to kill him off, this would be the time to do it. This would be like, okay, we reestablished this character, you know, and we kind of gave him the respect he deserves a little bit. I'm not saying I don't want him to die. I don't want Roshi to die, but, you know. Also, we have the funny moment where he's about to leave Korin's tower, which, of course, is like, you know, fucking thousands of feet off the ground, and he's just like, oh, wait, I forgot I can't fly. And then Korin and Yajirobe are like, oh, no. But seriously, that makes people think, like, why can't Master Roshi fly? Come on, he knows how to use ki. Why can't he fly? You know what I think it is? I think it's because back during Dragon Ball, the ability to fly was also known as the Buku Jutsu or Buku no Jutsu, depending on the translation. I forget exactly. It started with a B. It's Jutsu, whatever. It makes you think of Naruto. Or like the air dance. That's what like the literal translation was called, right? The air dance technique. And that was the signature technique of the Crane School, led up by Shen, who was Tien and Chaozu's master at the Crane School. The Crane School was the opponent, the rival of the Turtle School that Master Roshi heads up. So I think Master Roshi could probably learn to fly. It's just like, I am never learning Shen's technique. I'm never doing it. It's not going to happen just out of... You think, okay, Tournament of Power, you'd think he set that aside, but maybe there's not enough time to learn it. Maybe he wanted to focus on other stuff instead of that. So, whatever. Besides, it's not like being able to fly is going to, like, oh, it's a cinch, you know, because you can't fly out of the Void World. I mean, you could fly on the tournament grounds, but you can't fly outside of it. So maybe he thought, I can either learn to overcome my blood, you know, my perverted nosebleeds and perfect my techniques I already have. I brush up on those, or I could try to learn a whole new technique that might not be that useful anyway. So I guess he just went with that. Let's see. When 17 arrives at Bulma's place, we have all the fighters arriving at Bulma's, except for Goku and Frieza by the end of the episode. You have a moment where 17 and Piccolo's there, and even before they did anything, I was sitting there watching it like, is 17 gonna do anything with Piccolo? Because that would be funny, because the last time, they fought right before Cell showed up and fucking, sucked off 17. But yeah, 17, the first thing they do, Piccolo comes on down, and first thing 17 does, right after he steps out of the airship, he sees Piccolo, walks right up to him, starts rolling up his sleeves, Piccolo starts taking off his weighted gear, and it's just like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? And then they shake hands, like, thank you for coming. Oh, thanks, appreciated. Are you stronger since then? Are you? It was just that just the little things, man. Just the little things. At least you acknowledged they have a past relationship. You acknowledged they fought before. And you spotlighted that very briefly, but that's what I'm talking about. You know, you're treating these characters as they would act in real life. Hey, you know, 17's seeing the Z Fighters for the first time in years. Okay, he doesn't have any connection to Gohan or Bulma or even Krillin, really. But then he sees Piccolo, the big green guy that he fought against back during the Cell Saga, and he's like, I know that guy. There you go. That's all I'm talking about. All right, with that being said, let's get to the end here. So, Goku goes to Baba's place, Baba goes to Otherworld, comes back with Frieza, he's back in action, he's cricking his neck, he's like, yeah, I'm back, bitches. Walks over to Goku and he's like, just decks him right in the freaking chest. Oh, sorry, my hand slipped. Goku just grabs his hand, BAM! Oh, sorry, mine did too. Fucking asshole. So they're all like, okay, yeah, sure, I guess what'll slip next? I'm like, you're never gonna... By the way, they talked about this at the beginning of the episode when Goku brought up, like, oh yeah, I had to promise Frieza that we'd resurrect him with the Dragon Balls, or else he would destroy, if Universe 7 wins, you know? And, of course, everybody freaks out by this. Vegeta's like, how could you promise that? And, Krillin's freaking out. And Goku's perspective on this is just, well, Whis basically says, Whis is like, well, destruction of the universe or the revival of Frieza. I think the destruction of the universe weighs a little bit more heavier than Frieza, so worst case scenario, Frieza's back. Whoop-de shit. He already came back once. You dealt with him, so just deal with him again. You know, I'm just going to throw something out there. I don't know if anyone's thought about this, but maybe just fucking don't resurrect him. Maybe that's a thing. Here's how this conversation should have gone. Goku, Vegeta asks Goku, what did you promise him, Kakarot? Oh, I promised if we won, if Universe 7 won the tournament, I'd bring him back. This is what Vegeta says. Oh, fuck you, we're not doing that. Well, I promised him. Okay, you can keep on telling him that, but guess what? After the tournament's over, we're just gonna, beat the shit out of him until 24 hours are over, and then he goes back to hell, and we don't have to deal with the fucker any ever again. Yeah, I think that's a better move. Unless Vegeta wants to be like, oh, I'm honorable, blah, 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 and I want to fight him again. Probably just because he wants to fight him again. Because they're like, we could just deal with him again, Vegeta. Vegeta's just like, fine, whatever. I guess, you know what, to be fair, if Vegeta could kill Frieza every day, he would probably die a very, very happy Saiyan. It's like, oh, okay, fine, I get another shot. Actually, has Vegeta killed Frieza at all yet? Let's see. Goku beat the shit out of him on Namek. Trunks killed him. Then he got brought back. Well, Vegeta kept on, delaying the inevitable. Okay, well, whatever. Okay, fine. Anyway, Vegeta got his comeuppance with Frost, but, okay, fine, whatever. Anyway, Frieza comes back. They have a little back and forth, and then they walk out of Baba's. They're about to use instant transmission, which I thought was a kind of cute scene, because Goku's like, come on, Frieza, hold hands now. Like, okay, whatever. But then the other universes make their presence known. I don't know if it's Universe 4 or Universe 9. I'm thinking it's Universe 9, because when Quitela and Sidra had that conversation, it seemed like Quitela was leaning towards Sidra doing something with his universe. Like, could you do this? So I'm assuming these people are from Universe 9. They're like a bunch of alien dogs wearing, military uniforms, and they all descend on Baba's place. There's, an entire army of these people all at once. They descend on Baba's place. Baba just keeps saying, please take him out of there. Please just leave. Please leave. These people show up, these aliens from, I guess, Universe 9, and Goku's like, are you trying to keep us from the tournament? Can't say. Who are you? Can't say. Who sent you? Can't say. And then Frieza just, this is fucking getting us nowhere. I laughed my ass off. I laughed my fucking ass off. That was hilarious. When Goku and this alien dog guy are just having this conversation, like, where'd you come from? Can't say. Well, can't say. And then out of nowhere, Frieza's just like, fuck this shit. And then just shoots a beam and just stabs me, right through him. So, the next episode, by the way, Frieza, just bloodbath, just rampage. The end of the episode culminates with Frieza going into his gold form again, but we're implying that it might be a little bit stronger. The transformation sequence is at least a little bit more detailed. It's a lot more elaborated upon, like each part of his body, gold and gold and gold, and at the same time that's going on, it's juxtaposed with the all the scene. You know how at the end of each episode for like the past 12 episodes we've gotten like a part of the Tournament of Power arena being created, like a part of it each time, like it's a puzzle, and all of the scenes we've seen up to this point are all put together as we see the tournament grounds finally constructed. And then we see Frieza transforming gold at the same time while the epic choir music's playing, like, ha 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 ha, Frieza, Frieza, he will kill us, Frieza, you know? So that comes back now, and then that's the end of the episode where Frieza's just about to go freaking... He's about to go bloodbath on the entire freaking arena. Like, oh, you just gave me an entire... We don't have time to talk about for the complimentary service. I am just going to kill you all. So, I mean, hey, gives Frieza something to do. Gives him some badass moments. Like I said, though, I don't know where this is going to go. Because Frieza's just going to kill everybody. And then what? Then what? I was like, okay, well, everyone's dead. Let's go to the tournament. Okay, and then Goku just leaves. This hasn't changed his allegiance at all. Unless one of the people in the army explained to Frieza, hey, you could join this other universe or something. That's an option. You could do that. So that might be the case here. But I think for the most part, next episode, we're just going to see Frieza kill a shit ton of aliens. Like a shit ton. So get ready for that. You know, that's it. That was like the most epic moment of the episode. Like the most like action-packed moment was at the end when Frieza shot the dude and turned gold. You know, like I said, the rest of the episode is mostly character developments. There's one thing, you know, a mild thing I would have liked to see put in. And, you know, I was always a fan of the Fortune Teller Baba arc in the Dragon Ball anime. I was always a fan of that arc. I liked the different fighters that Baba had. I liked Spike. I liked Bandages. It would have been cool if you could have shown them, you know, in the background or something. Just acknowledge that they're there. Like, for instance, there was a scene in the episode where Goku goes to Baba's place, and Baba's like, okay, I'll go get Frieza. So she leaves, leaving Goku alone at Baba's place. And I was expecting Goku to turn around and be like, oh, I remember this place. It's been a long, you know, there's so many memories at this place. I met Grandpa Gohan here. Or while Baba's away, maybe one of the fighters like Spike or Bandages would have come out and been like, hey, Goku, what's going on? But nothing like that happens. It's just Goku just training a little bit up by himself until Baba comes back with Frieza. So that's just a mild complaint, but it would have been cool because we already had the reference to Dragon Ball with Roshi and Korin, so that would have been cool to show another one. But, you know, I don't need to push it so far. It's fine. It's okay. I could also question why Goku's never seen Grandpa Gohan, despite him being dead once before, but that's beside the point. Okay, well, yeah, from what I can see, at least the spoilers so far, they're not syncing up, but something's going to happen. Something's going to happen with Sidra and Quitela's plan to pull Frieza out of the Universe 7 bracket so that they don't have enough members. Whether that be trying to kill Frieza, trying to detain him, or trying to lure him over to their sides, that's anybody's guess. But I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. This will be Tekking101 signing out. Later, guys.